I'm Lynn, and I'm from San Diego.
So, Lynn, what do you think about P&I and, if you were a young person, how would it affect you?
I think that parent notification assumes a really specific heteronormative family where there's open communication between the parents and the kids, and as wonderful as that would be, most families, or not all families, look that way, and in a lot of families there's abuse. There's not an openness for the children to be able to talk about their sexuality or the fact that they're sexually active. So I think it opens up the potential for a lot of trauma, a lot of pain for somebody who's reaching out to get the help they need for abortion services, or whatever it is that the situation is. I think that it has the potential for creating more problems. For example, for me as a young adult, I know that I'm older than 18, but in my family, we would never have had a conversation about whether or not I was being sexually active, because it's assumed that I'm not being sexually active, and that it would have resulted in a lot of things, like being kicked out of the house and being disowned by my family, and that is a really potentially traumatic situation to put a young adult in, especially, for example, if there's already a history of abuse in the family.
So, how do we build strong families with young people around sex and our bodies?
I think that it all has to do with education. I think that a lot of what the point of pro-choice movements isn't just to create access to things like abortions, but is to prevent them completely. It's to inform people, particularly young adults, about their bodies, about their sexuality, and ways to express those needs in healthy ways, and ways to be able to have access to the information they need through conversations with adults, with peers, and with professionals. I think that the conversation needs to happen, and that's the only way for strong families to exist. And that means not being limited to the heteronormative family formation. That means being able to turn to friends as family and community members as family, and be comfortable and feel safe to have that conversation.